Oh, hi everyone. Hey, welcome back. Milan from Sydney, Backyard Organics. Now, this I was going to show you, but I did an experiment over winter here on kale. Um, as you know, that as a gardener, avid gardener, you like to save some money anyway. Like fertilizers are really expensive. So what I did, I've invented 5 liquid fertilizers and 1 solid fertilizer. Um, 5 of them are 100% organic, and one's what I call 70-30, which is 70% organic and 30% inorganic. And what I did, if you come down, and you'll see some of these plants, which I wasn't going to show you, but I thought I might just as well do, because you can see the 3 at the back here. 3, 1, 2, 3 grew the most. So out of the 5 fertilizers, liquid fertilizers. So you can see the 3 back ones here are the tallest. So these are 3 liquids that I've used, and I'll explain to you in a minute. But if you go back to the first one there, just go back to the first one. They don't look good. They don't look fresh good. I'll tell you why in a minute. But that's our control. That one didn't get any fertilizer, additional fertilizer in my soil mix. This one here, where there's parsley growing in there, that was fed with my seaweed tea, where I extracted and was diluted 1 litre to 10 litres. In other words, 100 ml per litre. This one over here is my worm liquid extract, the leachate, worm leachate. Again, it's the same thing. 10 mils, 100 mils per litre dilution factor. You can see the control is the smallest, then the seaweed extract, and then the worm leachate was the next best. Now over here, which is the tallest plant here, I know it looks all spindly, and I'll explain in a minute. Like I said, this one here, I made it for the reason for having the stem, this one fertilizer, stem and root development. So stem and root development, this is developed well. Why is there no foliage here? Because I picked it and I've eaten this foliage prior to this. Now if you come to the middle one, here's the 70-30, where the 70-30, you can see it has a fairly thick stem and it has fallen over. This had the biggest leaves, the largest leaves of any of them, and I've picked about 9 times before this happened. Now over here, as you can see, this was fed on my fish emulsion, and the homemade fish emulsion, which is very easy to do. In the next episode I'm going to show you how to do this. Now you can see the colors here. So this color is like, I don't know, like a bluey green, and these two have a very similar color in the leaves, as you can see here, which I've saved for you guys. Now if I continue on, you can see that I have been attacked by aphids. So aphids have attacked all these plants that you see here. I've neglected them for the past 4 weeks, and aphids have come along and attacked them all. And what I'm going to do, except this one, the one that was fed with fish emulsion, was not attacked as heavily, but it has in the center with the young leaves. You can come in here and you can see the young leaves. I don't know if you can see this little grey bits here, but aphids, it's full of aphids. Now as you know, what I do normally is that what I grow, I eat. So this is the thing, it's not just growing, showing you how to grow, but I want to show you how to prepare it my way. And a lot of times I just do a little stir fry. So I'm going to pick some of these leaves, and some of these leaves here are infected, because I was going to scuttle these plants because of the infection. And so what I know now, if I grow, but these are not infected as the others, and I can see through here that some have not been infected, some have been infected. I can see them at the back of these leaves. Just keep picking a few, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you to the kitchen and bring you, it's grown, there you go. Let's have a look at some of these. Okay, thank you. And and I'll show you the fertilizers next. Some of it I'll show you how to make. It's very easy and simple. whether you live near the coast, it's a lot easier, but it doesn't matter. You can live out inland with some fresh water, and you can make certain fertilizers cheap and free, and you can use it the whole year round. All right, thank you. I'll see you in the kitchen. Oh, we're in the kitchen. I found 5 or 6 leaves that weren't infected with aphids. So I'll just give them a quick wash, and I'll just quickly fry them up. So hey, I have here just a little frying pan. Can add some olive oil. Okay, got some couple of cloves of garlic, some Spanish onions. I'm going to add that to that. Very simple recipes and ideas, it's not a big deal. Now, got a couple of chilies I'm going to add from my garden. 3 little chilies. Just thinly slice them. I'll add them. Okay, add a little bit of salt. Okay. And we'll cut up our kale finely. Remember, kale takes a bit of time to cook, unlike other soft leaf vegetables. So here we go, just slicing thinly. As you know, kale is known as superfoods, and I know I've read some things that's not true, but the only thing that affects my leafy vegetables, the only bug that attacks anything is kale. Kale is the only one that gets attacked, so I think there's something to it. And I do believe probably it is a superfood. There you go, kale's chopped up nicely. Just get my wooden spoon. Now what are we going to do? We're going to spread off the onions. Okay, and then we're going to add our kale to there, just while that's doing it. Now, so, you know, so that's, I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm changing my way of planting. I'm not doing buckets anymore. I'm changing to raised garden beds, which I will show you in a lesson or two how to make it. It's very easy, but it's not cheap. Like for us, for example, to make a 3 square meter raised garden bed, it costs around about $200 Australian, so around about $140, $150 USD. So maybe somewhere people have some second-hand materials, probably they can do it a lot cheaper. And I thanked a couple of my friends and my son, and they helped me put it together. So I'm planning to change my whole backyard with the buckets, which I have maybe around about, I don't know, 600 to 700 buckets, and with about 11 raised garden beds. Remember, I live in the middle of Sydney, a city of around 6 million, and sort of whole of my backyard will be, well, raised garden beds. Much easier, and I'll show you how to do it if anyone's interested. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to know I'm a little bit a different gardener than normal people that you might see on YouTube. So if you want to stay with me for a bit, please do so, subscribe and like, and you'll find some interesting things. Alright, Just have a look, the onions are nearly ready. I just put some a fan on, excuse me for a second, mind the noise. So just have a look here. So we're going to just add the kale. And remember, like I said, kale takes, I don't know, takes a lot longer than the normal. But you know, it's up to each individual ones. You can eat it while it's just slightly sweated, or some people like to be cooked a bit further, more. So it's really broken down. And you know, kale we can add it to soups. And look at that, look at the colour now. See, it's sweating already. If you want to eat it crunchy, you can. Look at that, beautiful. Let it go for a little bit longer, a couple of minutes, and alright, so it's kale cooking, and remember, next episode 3, liquid fertilizers. I will show you how to make liquid fertilizers, very simple. And especially the fish emulsion works really well. You saw the kale plant grow, and this one will, for a few dollars, you'll have liquid fertilizer come, you know, for a whole year, or even more. All right, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next episode. Bye.